everyone, happy to have you here with me once again. Welcome back. Today, as you can see in the title, we're having the February or March update for my Diaries of a Shopaholic in Recovery. And I have to admit that I'm really embarrassed right now because February was one of the worst months that I have had in a really long time. But first, if you're wondering what the hell is Diaries of a Shopaholic in Recovery, let me explain. This is my space on internet where I share my different attempts of doing a no-buy or a low-buy. And let me tell you that usually I am really bad doing this. But but as I was saying, this particular month was really bad. So if you feel like this might trigger you, or if you're looking for inspiration to do your own no-buy, this is not the video, because as I said, I ended up purchasing so much makeup in the last month. And I don't know how I feel about it, but definitely I feel bad. Sitting here telling you how I failed is not a great feeling, to be honest. But yeah, if you're looking for inspiration, this is not the place. In this segment of my channel, I like to talk about my up and downs, and I feel like this feels a little bit like a rock bottom. So yeah, I'm not completely sure how I want to manage this video because I made a lot of purchases. I only have a little amount of the products that I have purchased, because most of the products that I bought in the last month were from Colourpop. I made in the last 30 days a total of 4 Colourpop orders. I just received one today. I'm supposed to receive another one through this week, but I'm not going to be showing you any of the Colourpop products because I'm thinking of doing like a whole video showing you all the products that I purchased, because I don't really want to make my Diaries of a Shopaholic in Recovery a whole video. I'm going to show you a couple of products that I purchased, but it's going to be just a little bit of them, like the tip of the iceberg, I should say. So yeah, in case, again, if this is the first video that you're seeing, I was quite inspired by Steph from It's Just Steph and from Emily for this year, because I decided to create a budget in terms of money, but also in terms of the amount of products. For each month, I gave myself around 66 US dollars to spend on makeup, and within that budget I was able to purchase 3 products per month. And in the last month we end up with around minus or negative 50 US dollars and a negative 21 products. That is the initial budget that we're starting with, and let me tell you, it's going even down. How do you say that? But oh my god, I'm like in the negative 500s by now. Yeah, that is really bad. That is how bad it went in February for me. Okay, before talking about how I feel, my thoughts about this disaster that I create, let's go through the budget and let's see this number go even lower and lower and lower. So in the last day of January, I think that was the day that I filmed the Diaries of a Shopaholic in Recovery first update. That day I went to the mall with my boyfriend and I ended up shopping in 2 different makeup stores. Even if I said that in the next month, that was like in February, I didn't want to spend any money on makeup. First, I went to one store and I ended up purchasing 3 products for a total of a little bit less than 30 US dollars. And there I purchased 2 lipsticks from Bronx Colors. I got the matte lip tint in the shade Cashmere and in Naked, I think it is. Yeah, Naked. I haven't opened any of these 2 products because right now I have way too many lip products open in my collection. So these are going to stay like this for a couple of months at least. Why do I still purchase lip products if I know that I have way too much? I don't know. I have an issue, I know. Also in that purchase, I end up buying this anti-smoke primer from Belle Hypoallergenic. This is a primer that I really wanted to try, and I have heard people comparing this primer to the gripping primer from Milk, and I would love to try that one, but Milk is not available on my country, so I decided to give it a try. That was the first purchase that I made. Then I went to the NYX store because they had 20 or 30% off in the whole store. And first I purchased, I don't know, this is like around 40 US dollars. But in that purchase, I bought first this Lift and Snatch eyebrow tint pen in the shade Espresso because I have heard so many people talking about this product and I wanted to try it. Hopefully this is my color because I have almost black eyebrows. So for me, it's really hard to get a nice color in eyebrow products. And I purchased also a eyeliner in the shade, this is an olive color, what are you called, golden olive, I think it is, yeah, in golden olive. I think the reason why I purchased this one was because Hailey was commenting in her inventory maybe, or in her no buy, that she wanted an olive eyeliner, and I said me too, I also want one. So I end up purchasing one. I haven't opened this one either. And I purchased 4 lips products. Yes, even more lips products. I'm a disaster, I know, but I bought 3 lipsticks from the Suit line. I got the shade Klinger. This is the only one that I have open right now. I was hoping for a different color, to be honest, but it's a nice color. Looks way prettier on camera than in real life though. I purchased the shade Sweet Tooth over here. It's supposed to be a darker fuchsia. And I purchased Brunch Me, that is a nude. And finally, I bought the only lip product that I should have purchased, and that is Soft Thought Millionaire. This is a green kind of petroleo. I feel like this color it's going to be so much fun in winter. So I purchased it, but as I said, I should have purchased only this product. Then when I was back home, I realized, okay, today is the last day of January. I should purchase the things from Colourpop now. So then later in the month, I wasn't going to feel tempted buying again, because for some reason, if I don't start purchasing in a month, it's way easier for me not to purchase for the rest of the month. But if I purchase something, I don't know, in the first couple of weeks of a month, then I'll feel more tempted at the end of the month or at the middle of the month to buy again. I don't know if I made any sense. So I decided to make the Colourpop order that I wanted. I made a couple of changes, but I think I ended up purchasing like 4 blushes and 3 palettes, I think it was. Yeah, it should have been something like that because I end up purchasing 7 products. And that way you can see how my budget is going lower and lower. At that point, I was in negative 163,521, and that is a minus 37 products. And yeah, it's going to go even lower than that. But then February arrived, so I got my budget again, and that left me with 118,521 pesos chilenos. Again, I'll leave the US dollars amount over here, and with minus 34 products. And I said, okay, at least in the money, I'm going to be in the positives in a couple of months, like 3-4 months. I'm going to be able to go back to a positive number. But no, because I kept purchasing and purchasing. But before I purchased again, I made something different. First, well, I didn't make something different, but something different happened. And then I have one mascara empty and one eyeshadow pan. And in my system, if I finish a product or if I hit pan on a product, I earned money. So with the mascara empty, I got around 3-4 US dollars. And with the eyeshadow pan, I get around $2. So that way my numbers were a little bit more positive. But then, oh my god, I made another purchase the 17th of February. I think that one was another Colourpop order, if I'm not mistaken, and that was a huge mistake of mine. I went to check something at the Colourpop site. No, it wasn't even that. I received a newsletter from Colourpop saying that they have like the last call offers with products up to 80% off. And I decided to look. A huge mistake because then I spent around 65 US dollars in makeup that I didn't need. I purchased even more palettes that I didn't need. I purchased lip liners and I'm wondering why. Why did I purchase more? That is a thing that I don't understand. Like, I can understand why I purchase blushes, why I purchase palettes. Palettes are my favorite thing in my whole makeup collections. Gives me joy, and I mind, but I don't really mind to have a lot of them. But why did I purchase 10 lip liners in a set? Why? I just don't understand. I cannot understand. Maybe it was because they're like 50% off or 40% off. No, over 50. They were like 14 US dollars or something like that. But I really didn't need that. But well, after that purchase, my budget went even lower. And I end up with negative 215,612 pesos chilenos and minus 55 products. Then I got an empty. That was good news. I got a setting spray empty, and that gave me again like 4 US dollars and 0.5 products, because every 2 empties I got 1 product, and that left me with minus 212,612 pesos and minus 54.5 products. And if you're wondering, okay, that's bad enough, that's everything, right? No, that is not everything, because I'm a freaking disaster. And since then, I have made 2 more purchases. One of them from Colourpop again. Oh my god, I having like chills, like I feel like I have a fever. I know I don't have it, but I have like goosebumps, I think you call it. But well, the next couple of things that I purchased, I don't have it on my notes because I haven't like updated my notes since then. But I made 2 other purchases, one of them from Colourpop. The first purchase that I made in the 31st of January that I told you was everything that I wanted from Colourpop. I decided not to go with the bigger palettes, like the mega palettes, because they are really expensive. I wasn't sure if I want them, and since I was so in a rush to buy them before I was tempted again, I decided not to purchase them. And maybe that was a huge mistake, because today is Monday. I think it was on Friday or in Saturday that Colourpop was having 30% off in all of their mega palettes. I wanted 2 mega palettes, the Play Jewel and the Rose Smoke and Roses, and I checked the website and I saw that the Smoke and Roses was not available. So I said, I'm not going to buy Play Jewels if I'm not buying Smoke and Roses. So I just didn't purchase any products. But then the next day I decided to check again, and the Smoke and Roses was available again. So I end up purchasing those 2 palettes, 30% off at least. I end up purchasing a mirror from Baby Yoda that I wanted for really long, so I'm okay with that. But I also purchased a like set with 2 eyeliners to get to the $60 for the free shipping. And that was my last purchase from Colourpop, and I'm hoping it's the last purchase that I made from them for the whole of 2022, because I went out of control and I cannot do that again. And then that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be everything. But I made a mistake, and I'm going to get into this in a second. Sorry, this video is going to be really long and it's going to be really hard for me to edit it. I was seeing Sarah Rose purchasing makeup from Ulta, and she was talking about a NYX setting spray, and I decided to go into DBS, the local beauty store in my country, to see how expensive it was. I was pretty sure it was available on my country, but I didn't know how expensive it was. And once I opened the DBS website, the first thing that I saw was Lorac is available, like news. Lorac is now available in my country. And let me tell you, in case this is the first video that you're seeing from me, I'm from Chile, and for a really long time, most of the brands were not available here on my country. And in the last year, we're having more and more brands, but most of the times, for example, we have Sigma Beauty, but we only have the brushes. We have, for example, It Cosmetics, but we only have the foundations and a couple of products. We have some brands, but we don't really have like the fun stuff. So I decided to check what they have from Lorac, and at the beginning I thought they only have like powders, foundations, concealers, and that kind of stuff. But then at the end of the website, I saw the forest, the fairy tale forest palette that Lorac released at the end of last year. And last year when I saw that palette, I was like, oh my god, that is crazy. That is different from Lorac. I want to try it, but I won't purchase from Lorac outside of my country. So I just forgot about it, but every time that I saw someone using that palette, I was like, it's so pretty, looks so pretty. But I didn't have the opportunity to buy it. But yesterday I saw that it was available in my country. We only have 2 Lorac palettes available, and I thought that that palette was going to be really expensive because all of the Lorac products, at least here in my country, well, it's a high-end brand, but they were really expensive, and a smaller palette was really expensive. So I thought the fairy forest or the fairy tale forest or the forest palette was going to be really expensive, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah, decided to buy it. And I also, since I was making that purchase, I decided to buy the only thing that I really needed, and that was a non-waterproof mascara. From like the 100 products that I purchased in February, the only thing that I really needed was that mascara, and I purchased it. So yeah, those are all the purchases that I have made. In that last purchase, I spent around $50. I don't want to sum up the numbers to see how much money I spent in February because it's awful. It's honestly awful. So yeah, those were all the purchases that I made. And now, 22 minutes into the video, I want to talk about my feelings about my purchases, because I have to say that I'm embarrassed, especially because I need to sit here and tell you about my mistakes. And maybe that's the reason why this might actually work at some point, because I feel like I owe it to you to do good in my no buy. I feel like even a little bit sad because I have never been an example of how to do a no buy or a low buy. Never. But maybe some of you are following me to get more inspiration or something, and now you're going to be disappointed with me, and I don't want that. Also, when you feel ashamed of the amount of money that you spend on makeup, it's because something is wrong. And if my boyfriend or if my mom asked me which is the number, I wouldn't tell them because I will feel ashamed. And that is a huge red flag that something is wrong. And something is wrong, I know that. After I made the second ColourPop order before February, that was like the 30th, I think I said, I felt regretful. I was regretting my purchase because I felt like I didn't need to make that purchase. And I thought that feeling was going to help me not to purchase more makeup again. But it didn't. At the beginning it did, but once I saw a couple of sales, I went crazy. And I know, even while I'm saying all of this, I know that there is a couple of products, couple of eyeshadow palettes, honestly, that as soon as I see them available or on sale, I know that I'm going to purchase them. Because I've been thinking about doing a video of the makeup products that I want to collect, but I haven't filmed that yet, or I don't know if I'm going to do it at all, because maybe that is going to trigger me even more to purchase that. But for example, I want to collect the Huda Beauty palettes and I want the Rose Quartz palette, but it's sold out of my country and we don't know when it's going to be available again. So I know that when I see that it's available, I'm going to purchase it. I know. Another product that I want to collect, I mentioned this like in October of last year, but I've been thinking for a really long time that I would like to have all of the newer naked palettes from Urban Decay. And that will be a little bit easier for me because even if Urban Decay, I feel like it's overpriced, now and then they have their palettes for 40 or 50% off. And I know that if I see that, if I see those palettes are 50% off, I'm going to purchase them. And I don't know how to feel about that. I know that at least I need not to purchase any other products that are not palettes. Especially, I shouldn't purchase palettes either, but I know that I'm going to do that. But for example, blushes, lipsticks, primers, and all of that, I shouldn't purchase anymore. I need to make like a list or a system that it works for me, not to spend too much money on eyeshadows because my number of eyeshadow is going to go up in a really crazy way. Also, I need to make some changes in my life so it's easier for me to achieve this. For example, I need to change the kind of beauty videos that I see because, as I said, for example, yesterday I was seeing Sarah Rose purchasing makeup, and that made me go and look to my own like makeup store, and I end up purchasing makeup. I'm kind of happy because I'm really excited about that palette, but if I in other circumstances I wouldn't have purchased that. So I need to change that. I cannot see any more hauls or purchase or pass because all of that really tempt me, and I need to concentrate in seeing videos from projects, project pans, fan those eyeshadows, no buys, low buys, and that kind of content that will help me to change my mindset. And also I need to educate myself more about consumerism, capitalism, overconsumption, the impact in the environment, And I feel like if I do all of that, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to be on track, not to purchase anymore. Even if I purchase the palettes that I said that I want to purchase, like, that is it. Also, I don't know where the hell I'm going to store all of the makeup that I purchased, because I have one, well, like a furniture with drawers, and it's completely full. And now I'm going to receive even more palettes, and what I'm supposed to do with them, where I'm going to... I just received this box from Colourpop that I'm going to show you in a haul. I said that I don't want to see whole videos, but I promise that is going to be the last whole video that you're going to see from me. And this box is full of super chalk shadows, and I don't have place on my storage to store them. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my god. So yeah, I need to make some changes, and this video is already way too long. If you get to this point, thank you so much. If you have any advice, please let me know. Thank you for not judging me. Trust me, I'm judging myself enough. I don't need other people to judge me. Thank you for all of you that are so kind with me, that tell me that this is something that I need to do for myself, not for other people. I can feel inspired by other people, for other people, but it's something that I need to do for myself. I need to internalize the reasons why I want to do it, and I need to make a change. And also, by the way, I didn't save any makeup. I didn't save any money at all out of my first paycheck for my future house. And that is bad, because that is the bigger dream. That is way bigger than the makeup. I don't want to even get into that. But yeah, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. Now I'm even second guessing if I should do the makeup haul or not. Because if I said that kind of content look wrong to me, do I want to do that to other people? But maybe most of the people will find that enjoyable, will find enjoyment on it. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I don't know what to do. But thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you're doing a no-buy. How are you doing? If you have any advice, any creators that might inspire me, any books, any movies, any TV shows, documentaries, please let me know. But yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video more than I did, because it was a little bit painful to do this. But yeah, that's everything for today, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.